You really just gotta start, and whatever it is, it's probably gonna be shitty, it's probably gonna be cringy. You're never gonna have painless growth. Being afraid is keeping you from getting what you want. You just gotta do it. It feels easier to return to your old self, your comfortable self, but you'll feel shitty. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to exist. You can fix it as you learn. You have so much potential. Like, you have an ungodly amount of potential that you aren't tapped into, that you aren't using. You just gotta start. So I've wanted to make this video for a while. Me personally, I argue with death a lot, and I've had, near-death experience. I was in the hospital for 8 months, but this video isn't about that. The point of this video is that you are going to die. You have a limited amount of time here on Earth, and you don't know what that time is. It could be tomorrow, or it could be in 50, 60 years. Just the idea of that has helped me do things I don't want to do in the moment, but I know they will be beneficial to me in the future, and just take more risk, positive risk, like making YouTube videos. I have nothing to lose from it. So about 8 months ago, I made a video in my room talking about, my goals for this year. And I haven't watched that video since I uploaded it. But the one thing was make content. And I've been doing that every day. I've been pursuing that goal. And I think the main thing I realized about that video, it's much easier to focus on one big target than a bunch of little targets. I don't mean that with goal setting. I mean that with your focus and your attention span and the way your mind works. It's much easier to say, I want to do this one thing every day. It's a bit harder to say, I want to have a clothing brand, I want to have content creation, I want to do builds. It gets a bit cloudy at that point, and you're more likely to feel overwhelmed and not even want to do any of them at all. I kind of think that's what happened with me. I did want to have a clothing brand. I have been pursuing it, but I also haven't had a car the last 8 months. I'm in my mom's car right now. She just gave it to me for the night, but I don't have a car, so I haven't been able to follow through with the plan of how I wanted to start my clothing brand, selling out my trunk, selling out the car, backpacking, stuff like that. The point is, don't wait. If there's something deep down inside of you that wants to pursue something else, whatever it is, start. The easiest thing to do is to keep the ball rolling, and the hardest thing to do is to get the ball rolling. You got to start somewhere if you're not content with where you are, and I wasn't content. I'm still not content now, but I'm seeing a bit of results, which helps, but it's a long-term game. There's people like this, and I used to be one of them that would ferociously attack a goal, and I would make a shit ton of progress, but the next week it would fall down, it would fall flat. I wouldn't get anywhere. I would be like stuck in my tracks, so to speak. And that's where consistency comes into play. So for example, I've been wanting to read more. Reading 1 page or 2 pages a day, that might not sound like anything, but doing that consistently, one, it'll build the habit. A habit takes 90 days to build. Much easier to read 2 pages a day over 90 days than try to get a whole book done in a day. I couldn't do that. It didn't stick with me. I didn't have the focus at the time for that. Probably still don't have the focus for that. The fact that you know you're gonna die someday and you don't know when that is, it could be tomorrow, should get you up and off your ass and more excited to do whatever you want to do and try something new. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like this video, I'm in my mom's car that I'm borrowing. Horrible lighting. I'm using my iPhone. Equipment doesn't matter. It's a consistency, because once you get enough results, you'll be able to make some money to buy a better camera, better mic, lighting, whatever you need to get where you want to go. About 4.5 years ago, I broke my neck and a back in a motorcycle accident. I have a whole video for that if you're interested, but that kind of made me wake up. And I didn't think, and I still don't think today, that I'm cut out for a regular job, like a 9 to 5. Who knows how long I will be making videos. Whatever hits my mind, and I think it could be a good video, I think it could be helpful to someone, or I think I can learn from it, I'm gonna make a video. You could see a video next week of me showing you how I go to the bathroom as a paraplegic. Like, there's no rules when you are your own boss, when you take matters into your own hands. I spent many days in bed alone and distracting myself with weed or YouTube and movies. I mean, I still do, but I'm much more aware, and I only let that occur in certain environments so I can limit the brain rot, whatever you want to call it. You know, I think everyone needs time to recharge. With technology today, it's very difficult to keep focus. There's so many distractions that exist within this phone, and all of those minutes scrolling or watching videos that are endless reels of various different topics, it's not gonna help you. It's a band-aid on a leg that is broken clean in half, gushing blood. It's not doing shit. It's pretty crazy to be in a time where you can make videos and you can have a following and you can make a living off of that. Of course, it takes years, and not everyone is cut out for that. Not everyone has a personality that is favorable, that gets views. I don't know if I do, but I'm not gonna stop making videos. And to circle back to the title of this video, I used to struggle with avoiding doing what I wanted to because I couldn't make it perfect. And the way I see it, each video you post is like lottery, because eventually something's gonna hit, something's gonna stick. But avoiding doing what you know you need to do in order to progress in life because you're worried that it won't be perfect, it won't be up to your standards. Starting something new and sticking with it is how you find the answers. I see a lot of people that, like, they don't seem content with what they're doing. Like, they're flowing through life as if whatever happens, happens. And life can pass really quick that way. You could be 30, 40, 50 before you know it. I still feel like I'm 18. I'm 23 now. At 5 years, I don't know where it went. Probably laying in bed. But you really just gotta start. And whatever it is, it's probably gonna be shitty. It's probably gonna be cringy. I started posting on Instagram. The first like 50 reels, I lost followers. I only had like 250. I lost followers that were like my friends. I thought we were cool. I guess not. Anyways, now I got like 5K on Instagram, and I don't give a fuck about the 4 or 5 people who unfollow me. It was just like, damn. I'm just hoping this video will hit someone hard enough to start doing whatever they've been putting off, or make some more progress on that thing they started a month ago, a year ago, that, you know, because life happened, it kind of got tossed to the side, thrown in the back. Life passes really quick. We're here on Earth for a super, like, minuscule amount of time. Whatever you're afraid to do to get you what you want, being afraid is keeping you from getting what you want. You just gotta do it. Just, like, take action. If you want to read a book, open the book. You don't even have to read a page today. Open the book. Tomorrow, go to the next page. Do that. Like, progress stacks. So whatever you can do today, you can do more tomorrow. And then over a span of time, you start to realize that how you feel when you wake up and when you go to sleep, it doesn't have to affect the work that you get done that day. This lady put so much ranch on my wrap. Give me diabetes. You gotta imagine you're gonna die tomorrow. You gotta, like, imagine you not being here. And you gotta imagine what you did today, if you would be proud of yourself. I was thinking about that a couple of years ago, and I started to get sick of sitting in bed every day. And it made me angry. I started to do more things for myself, and there was frustration and there was pain, but there was also growth out of that, a shit ton of growth. And you're never gonna have painless growth. I mean, you can love what you're doing, but it's just gonna happen. You might get hit with lawsuits if you own a company. You might get demonetized. Your account might get hacked. A good day is a day where when you lay your head on the pillow at night, you know you did more than you did yesterday. You know you're moving the ball forward. You're more proud of yourself. You feel like you accomplished something. The person who's consistent, even if it's very small increments, over a long period of time, that compounds. And there's a bunch of other things you go through, like mindset shifts and questioning a lot of, why am I doing this? Is this gonna work? And you gotta ignore the why am I doing it? Is it gonna work? You have to be almost delusional that it is gonna work and it's your purpose. And that's why you're doing it in the first place, because you want something better than you have now. So, whatever it is, going to the gym, eating healthier, take a piece of paper out, write down whatever your goal is, and commit to doing something daily to push you in the direction that you want to go. It doesn't have to be 90 days, but maybe a week even. The thing is, you don't want to fall back to where you were before. This lifestyle change, this attitude, this mindset change is not a temporary thing. You work for it every day, because at the end of the day, it's literally just action. Action can be broken down into more specific steps, but write it down. So if you want to eat healthier, if you're having 2 sodas a day, 1 soda a day, and then tape that or put it in an area that you will see every day and stand by it. And you do something for 90 days, your brain's rewired, it becomes a habit. Habit requires less effort, then you can start stacking other habits. You'll notice when you start to change how you act in correlation to what your goals are, that more stuff becomes apparent and opportunities that weren't there before reveal themselves to you. You just gotta start. Once you start, you gotta stick with it, which isn't the easiest either. You can miss a day, but James Clear, Atomic Habits, great book. Never miss twice. If you miss a day, you eat pizza one night, the next day you better not eat pizza. Better be back on track. Because when you miss twice, you lose a lot of progress, and it feels easier to return to your old self, your comfortable self, the self where you can just do it and you don't have to try. But you'll feel shitty because you're losing progress, because you did this thing for days or weeks or months or years, and now you just said by eating this pizza or drinking the soda that you don't give a fuck about it. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to exist. You can fix it as you learn, and as you learn, you'll naturally get better. You'll acquire skill sets, which can help you a lot too in the future. For me, just making videos, I learned a lot about photography, videography, scripting a video, how a video works, how a thumbnail works, and editing. All skills that could be transferred over to higher income opportunities. With that being said, my clothing brand isn't anywhere where I want it to be. I've saved up some money, so I'm going to be buying some equipment for that. So I will be making legitimate progress in that realm. It's crazy to even say I have 5K followers. Imagine 5,000 people just standing in front of you. People get like discouraged. Oh, my video only got like 4 views. My video only got like 10 views. You gotta imagine that's 4 or 10 people who took time out of their day to support you. Support your channel, support your content. If you want more of these videos on certain specific topics, comment down below. If you found this useful, informative, helpful, like, share it with someone, and subscribe because it's free and it helps me out. You have so much potential. Like, you have an ungodly amount of potential that you aren't tapped into, that you aren't using, but it's there. It's just action and then consistency of the action. And then you're there. And then from there, you can keep going up. Bye, y'all.